Games for me were always something that felt like an otherworldly power, almost unattainable. I couldn't imagine how they were made when I was a little kid.
We want players to experience awe and wonder, and to take that awe and wonder into their own life.
Hey everyone, I'm SM with Logitech G, and today we're here in Los Angeles with the team of Eyes Out, the developers behind Sleep Awake.
I'm Robin Finck, co-founder at Eyes Out and co-creative director of Sleep Awake.
And I'm Cory Davis, and I'm also co-founder at Eyes Out and co-creative director with my buddy Robin here on Sleep Awake. Sleep Awake is a first-person psychedelic horror game that takes place in the last known city on Earth called the Crush, as we follow our protagonist Katja down the rabbit hole to a realm that exists between sleep and death.
When we were considering what our protagonist would need to overcome, we started to talk about making sleep dangerous, so dangerous that it's just off the table. And we felt there were a lot of dark corners to explore.
Robin's a musician, I'm a musician as well. It's always been a dream of mine to be able to put music first in the development cycle of a video game. It kind of created a language that we could speak before the visuals of the game came together.
We've been out to Joshua Tree quite a bit throughout the production, and that really set a tone, certainly musically, but so far beyond that, really. It's really the portal, I think, from which everything continues to move through. We spent a lot of time around fire together and ideating.
Yeah, and being here in LA, like if you're not familiar with it, it's a place that I feel really lucky to be in as a creator because we can move from what feels like one type of area or biome even to another one within just a few miles. And so the game, to me, almost became like part of the real world around us.
One thing I've noticed about the Sleep Awake trailers, previews, and the announcement is that it really seems unique within the horror genre.
Yeah, definitely. We knew we wanted to create something that was very vibrant. I think we're both naturally attracted to this kind of psychedelic space. Film became a huge inspiration for us, like David Lynch, for example, with Twin Peaks and with everything that he did throughout his career. And then films from Panos Cosmatos, for example, with Mandy, and before that with Beyond the Black Rainbow. I'm constantly reminded of Amnesia, the way that to me, Amnesia kind of turned the page for horror at the time. And it's not all jump scares. It's something that can crawl into your skin. It's something that can be narrative driven. It's something that can surprise you in ways that you don't expect. There's a lot of ground to still kind of tread within what I would consider to be like a new wave of horror games and experiences.
Can you tell us about maybe some of the challenges you faced in building Sleep Awake?
I'm in awe of every game that's ever been released.
Yeah, it's crazy to look back at some of the challenges. I remember when we were going to our very first pitch meeting for this game, and the forest fires were just raging around LA. And we jumped in my car, and as we're driving down the 101, they start closing all of the exits. And we had to make some pretty sketchy driving decisions at that moment. It was like, you know, either we're going to just give up and we're going to turn around and go home and maybe get evacuated, or this fire truck, I'm going to bust right around it and we're going to get the fuck out of LA. And that's what we did. And when we got to that meeting, it was like, you know, now we've got to make sure that this is something that people remember. Releasing any project is a miracle. I feel really lucky to have been able to ever create a game. And getting here with the vision still intact feels like a success to me.
From the genesis through the creative process to sharing it with their friends, community, strangers is awesome.
So that was Sleep Awake. Thanks for watching, keep playing, and sleep well now.
That's it.